Kia ora, hello, thank you very much for joining us. I'm Philip Duncan. Well, we've got this cold change moving up the South Island. It's bringing wintry weather to parts of the South Island, and the North Island's windy with showers, especially over on that western side. This is the misery index today, the wind plus temperatures, and pretty obvious, red shows warm, blue shows cold. So here is the cold air surging northwards across the South Island. That's why we're seeing some wintry weather. Also, high pressure over the southeastern side of Australia. A cold morning for you as well. Typical for this time of the year with the long dark nights, which are still getting longer. So this is the setup for today. This is Tuesday's setup. So it shows that cold surge moving into the North Island this afternoon, but it's only really making it into about the lower North Island. North of that, when you actually track the isobars, your airflow is coming out of Australia. So while it's a little cooler, a little bit windy, it's not as cold as the airflow down here in the South Island. Taking a look at the departure from normal today, look at the South Island. These areas in pink shading are more than 8 degrees below where you should be for this time of the year. But notice the coastal areas aren't so bad. That's because those winds a little bit warmer as they move over land. But Southland, Otago, and right through the mountains, colder than average today around the South Island. And the final map we've got for you for today shows the significant wave height. These big waves, we were talking about this yesterday, getting up around the 10, 11 metre mark in the purple shading down here. Now that is just off the coastline, except for Fiordland, where it's making landfall in there. These big swells moving up towards Auckland in the orange area, 5-6 metre waves coming through. So very dangerous conditions over on the western side of New Zealand. All right, let's get into the forecast now. This is the setup for Wednesday lunchtime. We've got that stormy system out here. So the Chatham Islands caught up in it now. Wintry weather for the Chathams. But over in the South Island, your airflow, just like the North Island's one today, starts to come out of Australia. So you'll notice those temperatures going up, even if it's just a degree or two. You'll notice that extra bit of warmth coming in on Wednesday. It's still fairly cold, still windy, and certainly plenty of showers for the western side of New Zealand and also around Southland. On Thursday, that big high from Australia stretches out, and while we've still got a bit of a southerly flow in many areas, might actually be a northerly coming back into Wellington, and fairly settled across the country as well. Nothing too dramatic going on. Right now, as we go in towards the end of the week, on Friday, there is another little surge of southerly weather coming through here on Friday. So a bit of rain on the west coast, maybe an isolated thunderstorm, a couple of showers, well, actually more than a couple, patchy rain or showers coming in for Southland, showers moving northwards as well, fairly dry for the North Island. As we go into Saturday, that front moves into the North Island, slides sideways, falls apart, but there's a sou'easter here. So we do expect some showers and a temperature drop on Saturday around places like Wairarapa, Hawke's Bay and Gisborne. And then we've got this big low forming just to the north. It gets very close. So on Sunday, powerful high pressure system, powerful low pressure system. This is actually a storm developing here in the subtropics. Enough to produce strong winds across the country on Sunday, or at least, the upper North Island, not necessarily the South Island. But this is one to keep an eye on. Now, as we go to Monday, here's the interesting feature. There's two things going on next Monday. You've got this low up here. In fact, there's two areas of low pressure. As I said yesterday, this high out in the Tasman, likely to stop that system from coming in and bringing the rain that we really need from it. So while it looks big and impressive, maybe not a lot going on, but I'm more interested in this high, the big, tall north to south high, rather than the east to west ones. This one's scooping up this very cold air and bringing it in at some point into New Zealand. So this is one to keep an eye on, because a high out like this and a low southeast of New Zealand, the perfect recipe for a cold southerly event coming through. And look at all the low pressure on this map. There's about 8 different lows and only 2 highs. So that's what we were talking about in our Climate Watch video at the start of this month. We were talking about the 3rd week of May, that and the 4th weeks of May, likely to see some change. This is it. So we've got plenty of low pressure in here, but this high still keeping some places dry. That is all from me. We'll keep you informed over the next few days about this possible southerly and subtropical system, 2 in 1 map. In our next update, so we'll have more information about that one for you out on Wednesday. Stay warm today if you're in the south.